Lying is a fundamental skill when you are a field officer, but it is very much a learned skill. In the process of being recruited to CIA, you go through many different psychological batteries, personal interviews, actual tests, interviews where you talk to psychologists, you talk to seasoned officers, and throughout that time, what they're really doing is assessing your natural ability to lie and your natural ability to fabricate according to a specific storyline that they give you, which is a whole different level of lying. They're just going to sharpen that sword, refine that ability further. I always wondered if there was something wrong with how much I enjoyed lying until I met some of my peers at CIA. There's one person who became a close friend of mine at CIA. He's still undercover. He's in a very deep cover capacity. Fantastic guy, fantastic friend. He was such an effective liar, he could have been fabricating the entire thing. He could have convinced me that he was a good friend, when in fact he wasn't, because he was, by all accounts, a pathological liar. He was somebody who lied simply because he got a dopamine rush, a personal satisfaction from lying to anyone and everyone around him. This individual who became someone I really do count on as a friend, it's unsettling even now to think that it could have all been fabricated. I could have been just one of his exercises in his pathology for lying. When you've spent enough time inside CIA, you start to see how everybody is using you. It's there to manipulate people. Somehow when you're coming on board, when you're going through the recruitment process and the training process and you're a young officer, you believe that they're there to support you. You believe that you are outside of the manipulation. But then as you get more seasoned, as you continue on in the years, you start to see that the promotion process inside, the personal development and professional development process inside, the way that some missions are given to some people and other missions are not, it's all just an example, a microcosm of the larger organization's way of executing operations. And you start to see that the senior levels of CIA are manipulating the lower levels of CIA because that is the school of thought that we were all trained in. We weren't trained in leadership development and motivation and encouragement. We were trained in manipulation and deception and fabrication. So is it a surprise that the culture within the building is just a representation of exactly the same skills that we teach every junior officer?
So fresh, so